Hello everyone, I am Karthik Reddy. My registration number is URK19CS1057. Now we are going to see intra and inter V-Lan routing in computer networks lab. The aim is to design a network topology to configure intra and inter V-Lan using packet tracer and test the connectivity between all the hosts in every VLANs. For inter V-Lan routing, we use router. We use a router to pass a packet from one VLAN to another VLAN. Yeah, this is the topology. Here we're having three switches connected to one router and six end devices PC 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I have given the IP addresses and I have configured the total topology. Um, the IP address for the PC2 and PC3 are belong to first LAN. PC1 and PC4 are second LAN. 0 and 5 are third LAN. The IP address for PC2 is 172.17.10.21. For PC3, IP address is 172.17.10.24. The same way, for PC1, the IP address is 172.17.10.22. Here 23, 24, 25 and 26. And the default gateway for first VLAN is 172.17.10.254. And for default gateway for second LAN is 172.17.20.254. And for the default gateway for third LAN is 172.17.30.254. Let's see whether the switch is connected with all the end devices or not. En switch IP route. Switch show VLAN. Yeah, we can see here the three VLANs, faculty, student, guest, are connected through the ports FA21, 2 by 1, FA1 by 1, and FA 0 by 1. For switch 0 and for switch 1. Switch 1 also En show VLAN. And here also the VLAN 10 faculty is connected through FAM 1 by 1 port, and VLAN 20 student is connected with and the status is active, connected through FA 2 by 1 port. And finally the VLAN 30 name guest, the status is active and FA 3 by 1 connected. In switch 3 En show VLAN. For inter VLAN routing, we have to connect the three LANs to the router. Here router enable, we have to enter to configuration mode. For the command is config t int fa 0 by 1. Why? Because there is only a port connected to the switch is fa 0 by 0. Config, we have entered the interface. Now we have to enter into the sub interface, means the command is int fa 0 by 0 dot 10. The 10 is first LAN, means first LAN. Encapsulation dot 1q10. The IP address address 172.17.10.254 and the subnet mask, no shutdown. In the same way, we have to configure another two LANs. We can see here. Here config t. We have to enter into interface mode, and next we have entered into the sub interface mode, int fa 0 by 0 dot 20, encapsulation dot 1q20, and the address for the IP address for the second line is 172.117.20.254. And we have to give the IP address as for default gateway for the LANs. For the default gateway for first LAN is 172.17.10.24 and for the second 172.17.20.254, and for the third V-LAN the default gateway is 172.17.30.254. Now let's check whether all three LANs are connected with router or not. Show IP route. We can see here 172.10.0, 20.0, 30.0 is directly connected. The fast Ethernet cable 0 by 0 with sub interfaces 10, 20, and 30. Now let's see if the packet is transferable from one LAN to another LAN. I selected first LAN to third LAN. You can see here the status is successful. Let's check another time. PC0 to PC3 means third V-LAN to the first V-LAN. The packet transferred successfully. This is V-LAN config. Thank you.